There are going to be times when the session you have been looking forward to comes around and you sit down at the table with your friends or you log into the virtual tabletop and everything gets started. You have your first encounter, you get into the first combat, or you talk to the first NPC, and all of a sudden the rolls just aren't coming. And the rolls for the creatures are coming very well, and everything seems to be falling apart. So, what do? Well, my name is Don. I'm trying to be the Sly Strategist, and let's go ahead and get into it. Now, a lot of times I will do a video on something that happened to me, and I can say that I had a session this week and it was just not good. I had a character, my main character died, permanently died, and I rolled a new character. I had spent the whole week preparing and so looking forward to trying this out. It was a class that I hadn't played before and a race or an ancestry that I hadn't played before. And I was awful at it. And I caused a lot of, I don't want to say problems with the party, but we were definitely not clicking like we normally do and barely scraped by. People were going down. We had to keep bringing them back up. Fortunately, no one permanently died, but that can happen. And there are times when you're playing when the whole party's going to do a TPK, a total party kill, and that happens. So what do? Well, from personal experience, I can say that I am going to spend my next week looking into my new class, the new ancestry, making sure I understand everything that needs to go on. I'm moving from a support to more of a frontline role, which is not something that I usually play because I usually like playing the support type characters. But I'm going to work on my strategy. I'm going to work with my teammates and I'm going to try to make it a better game. So, one thing I can say is the first thing you need to do when you have a session is you need to kind of take a day, sit down, maybe think about it. You don't have to go too far into it. Again, this is a game and it's something that we enjoy playing and you should enjoy it. But if the hardships sometimes get in the way of your enjoyment, well, maybe take a step back and think about what you could do in order to make it better. Like I said, in my specific case, I was the one who was causing kind of the problems, at least from my end. So it is helpful just to kind of take a step back and reevaluate your strategy. So, what else can you do? I would say another good thing to do is realize that, you know what? Some sessions just aren't going to go well. We play a game that is kind of decided by the roll of the dice, literally most of the time. And sometimes the dice aren't just going to fall for you, or they're going to fall really well for whoever you are in combat against. And that happens. And there's not a whole bunch you can do about it when luck just isn't on your side that particular night. So you just kind of chalk it up to a bad session. Things happen, and then continue on because these are the same people you have been playing with. These are the same characters you have been playing with, as long as you aren't starting a new character. And just realize that, you know what? Everyone has a bad session. Now, is there anything you can do in game when this bad session happens in order to try to make it a little bit better? Well, I will say, once again, I kind of like to do stuff from personal experience. And in my personal experience, I will say that I think as we got about halfway through the session, because I felt like I was the one who was causing our party not to click quite as well as we normally do whenever we're in a type of encounter, I tried to kind of scramble and do things that didn't strategically make a lot of sense just to change it up. And that overreaction quite possibly made it worse. So, the first thing I could say when you recognize that things aren't going well or you're just not having as much fun because things just aren't going your way is to not overreact and take a second and just realize that sometimes it is just going to happen like that. And then once you get past the current encounter, just kind of take a second, look at your character sheet, see what you have, maybe discuss with the party, say, hey, maybe we should have done a little heal there, but don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze it. In a lot of cases, these are going to be people that you have been playing with, and things normally go smoother. And once again, people have off nights sometimes, including yourself. So don't take it too hard. In the end, it is a game. Now, this was just a short video, just kind of talking about things that happen when we play games. And since this just happened to me, and I do like putting what really happens when I play into my videos, I just want to do a little brief aside into just realizing that, you know what, sometimes you are just going to have a bad game, and that shouldn't take away from your enjoyment of the game, nor should you overanalyze it and try to make drastic changes that could just make it worse. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, feel free to like, subscribe, or hit that notification bell. But whatever you do, I hope you have a great day and happy adventuring. Thanks.